Okay everyone, we're here. Hi everyone. Just going to be doing some sewing today, so it's going to be another calm day. So I'm putting this little guy together. He's one of the elemental cats. And this little guy is going to be Cobalt, as you can probably tell from the title. It's partially done. I've done kind of like the side of his body, but I'm just finishing off the rest of him. So I don't know how long we're going to go for, maybe about an hour or so. I'll try and finish off the body at least. Got a slightly different design on this guy because he's got different coloured feet and different coloured tail tips, so that makes him a little bit more time consuming. So I'll just see how long it takes. Oh, you as well. Thank you. Let's do his tail now, so I'm just going to first of all do the tail tips. This has all been cut out, as you can see, ahead of time. Just makes it a lot easier for me to reach in and grab whatever I need. So that's one side of the tail. This is going to be his tail actually. He's got the legs are actually part of the body, as you can see here. This is going to be the body. This is the body side on. The head will be here, the tail will be here, and here's his legs, so that should give you some idea of where we're going. So this is kind of like, I kind of have two patterns for the cats, both based on the same basic shapes, but I'm working with this one here which doesn't have the body and the tail as solid pieces, but has different coloured feet and different coloured tail tips, which gives them a little bit of interest. Oh, hi there. Yes, we're making one of the elemental cats today. This is going to be Cobalt. So I'm just working on his tail right now. As you can see there, so that's going to go onto his bum. I'll just bring over a finished one so you can see what we're doing. There you go. It's going to be one of these guys when we're done. This is one of the finished ones. So that's kind of like, this is, you can kind of see where we're going here. We've got the body, we've got the tail. So I'm just going to attach his tail to his bum now. So it's just going to go there. And don't worry if you can't chat too much. Well, we just have kind of quite quiet, relaxed streams here. So if you just want to kind of chill out and watch some sewing, that's what I do. Very, very chill. Oh, thank you. It's really great watching how people make things. I used to be very, very shy about showing off how I made things, because I always thought that people like the outside, but I thought if they saw the inside, they'd be like, "Oh, that looks terrible. You're a hack." But that's not true. That is worry being stupid, as it often is. So that's one side of his tail sewn on. Let's see how we go. So I said earlier, but if you missed, what we're going to do, one thing we're going to do is get the whole body sewn up, get the head sewn up, and that is probably going to be our stream, and that's probably going to take us to about an hour or so. So that should give us a nice time slot without taking too long. Okay, so 2 halves of the tail sewn on. Just re-thread that. So what we're going to do now is just sew these 2 halves of the tail together to make sure those 2 bits align, so you don't have a wonky tail tip. On fabric, this is called Minky fabric, and it's like a very short pile fur fabric, as you can see here. The pile length is quite short, it's about a few millimetres or so at the most. This is very, very popular for making plushies. I know a lot of people who do Pokemon plushies in kind of like the official style will very often work with Minky because it kind of mimics the very smooth look on there. I believe it's the same. I believe it's the same fabric that was also used on Beanie Babies as well. Very, very short pile, very smooth, quite velvety. It's very, very nice fabric. It's quite easy. It's quite easy to get your hands on as well, and it comes in so many different colours. So it's very, very popular with plushie makers. There we go. So we've got kind of like a body. I do make these for sale, yes. They're each one of a kind. So if I made this little fella here, so this is going to be Cobalt that I'm sewing right now. This is Rhenium. It's kind of like, I'm just bringing him on as an example of the finished product. And this little guy is actually up for sale right now in the Etsy shop. It's called Leopard Corgi Creatures, if you want to take a look at it. And they're about £25 each. Sorry, you did ask, so I don't feel too bad selling myself out like this. But yeah, they are for sale. They're each one of a kind. So this little guy's Rhenium, and he's going to be the only Rhenium. Once he's sold, he's gone. And this little guy's going to be the only Cobalt. So it's kind of one for each one, because I thought if I did them all on request, everyone would be kind of requesting all the well-known ones. And I wanted to do each one, and I thought if I did the ones that everybody wanted to see, then I'd never get around to the obscure ones. So I kind of like to have a bit of a variety. So I'm going to put the body aside for now. I'm just going to do the underbelly. So on this little guy, the underbelly is all one piece. This is actually the same fabric that I'm using here. In this guy, he's gonna have the matching socks on his feet. So unfortunately, what I need to do is remember which is the front and which is the back, which is never easy. Let's see, that's the back foot. Okay, so you can see that goes onto there. Yep, they're all the elements. Obviously, the goal is to do one for each, and that includes all the obscure ones. It's a bit of a test of the imagination, really, as much as anything else. very good Christmas presents if you know somebody who's into chemistry, just saying. It's not like it's December next week or anything. Just saying. Okay, so that's 1 foot. Yeah. Actually, just had a very stupid moment. That does not belong on there. This happens, don't worry about it. Just be careful unpicking the stitches. Should put those aside. Sorry, these are the feet. Cute and science, they just really go together, I think. Have you seen I don't know if any of you have seen the Particle Zoo, which is a lady who does these really cute little plush subatomic particles. I really need to get my hands on some of them. They're just so cute. If you look up Particle Zoo, you'll see them. She actually does them. She actually does them in bulk rather than one of a kind as well. So you can grab as many of them as you want. But that was partially what inspired these guys. Okay. So never mind that very slight mistake there. That was not meant to be a back foot. But this is. That's 1 foot and the other foot. we've got back legs now, and now we're going to put in the front legs. So again, you can see how it matches up with the belly piece on this guy. I'll just move that there so you can see. So back legs, front legs. There we go. I'll just cut that off. And we have a belly piece. So that wants to go onto the main body now, so if I just tie this off, what we're going to do is get that sewed on. Okay. So you can kind of see that will just match up to that. Unless I've made a horrible mistake, which I haven't. It's alright. So it's just like with the tail, just want to make sure that the different colours match up so they're not misaligned or anything. Which is pretty easy to do, unfortunately. And there. That's one side down. You can see we're starting to get the body shape. That makes sense. So one more side. Same again. Well, not quite the same because we want to leave a hole this time. We're going to have a hole down the side, and that's going to be where we're going to turn him right side out and where we're going to stuff him. Okay. I cut off there, and we're going to have a hole there, and we're going to sew the rest of that back up. there we go. We have a body. So I'm just going to do the head as well, because the head isn't very time consuming at least. So you can get through that quite quickly. So again, we have the pieces are all cut out. So they're all ready to go. I quite like just cutting out the pieces I've had, so you just keep them in these little boxes. They're pretty handy because you can do stuff like take them into work and sew them together on your lunch break and things like that, which is something I very often do. Just give me something to do. So first of all, we have the face, and the face is kind of like these two parts that come together. Again, we're going to compare him with this guy. See, that's one half. That's one half. Let's go put these together and sew them up. So that little bump there just kind of gives them a little bit of a muzzle, not too much, because I'm going for a cute cat sort of look. So nothing too pronounced, but gives it a bit of a shape to the face. So we just sew down the front line. So that's the first piece done. I'm just going to put that aside. And we're going to work on the ears for a minute. So the ears are always in two parts, and I can have blue insides just to match the paws and everything. They're completely made out of minky fabric. I'll generally use different things for the ears. So in this guy, he's got felt on the inside of his ears, but it really depends on what sort of effect I'm going for. Because this guy, I want him to match, so I'm gonna go for this. See, it's very simple triangle shapes. And same with the other one. Together. So. So there we go. So 2 ears. These want to be turned right side out before we can add them. So it's quite simple. So flip. And same again. There we go. Oops. There we go. 2 little ears, just stick it up. So now we want to attach these to the head, and we want to attach the back of the head to the head. So you can kind of see it's kind of like a little sandwich sort of construction. So again, first of all, what we're going to do is sew the top of the head together. And you kind of sandwich the ears in between, so you'll see that in a minute. Okay. So to make sure we've got the right one. So that's going to go there. And so it's just kind of like a sandwichy construction. So the ear kind of goes between the 2 halves of the head, and you sew it all together so it's caught in the seam, and that keeps it nice and secure. So make sure it goes through, we've got 4 layers at the moment. Make sure it goes through them all. So let's just continue the same seam. You're going around the cheeks now. So one side of the head, and the other side again. Just make sure the inside of the ear is facing. And there we go, just sandwich it between. And we have a head. So all we need to do now is get that head onto the body. So it's fairly quick. What we're going to do is just snip the back a bit. So there we go. Got it on a bit of a slant now, so it kind of does that. And if you heard that buzz, by the way, that was my phone telling me to get a move on because it's running low on battery. So I think we're just going to get the head on, turn it right side out, and we're going to call it a night. And if I do vanish, you know why I just did. I'm afraid it wasn't as well charged as it should have been. Okay. But we've just gone past the hour mark, so I think we've gone on more or less long enough. You don't want to go on too long, otherwise it just gets boring. Okay, so just tie a little knot on the back to keep it secure. And on we go. So I'll just get this started. And go down one side. one side down. Oh, that's so cute! Do you have pictures of him? I have to admit, I've never actually seen that film. Huge shame, I know. I need to watch it. I don't know how I got away with not seeing it for so long. Okay. And we're done. So we have a little cat all sewn up. So all we want to do now is turn him right side out so we can get a good look at him. So I'll just get hold of this. This is just a little silicone tip shaper. It's made for painting. I often use it for sculpting, but it's also pretty good for poking these guys right side out, just because it's got quite a soft tip, so it doesn't cause any damage. So here we go. This is always the exciting part because you get to see what he looks like. And yes, this is one of the elemental cats. This is Cobalt. He's going to be one of the actually no, not the next batch. We've got a batch that's going to be coming out next week, and he's not going to be in it, but he will be in the next one after that. I don't know if that'll be before Christmas. Probably not, to be honest with you. But it really does depend on how fast things go. Oops. Need to get some. So if I get that head through, just poke it with a soft end so it doesn't cause any damage. So often when you poke it through, sometimes you can kind of damage the seams. It'll come shooting through, and you don't want that. So there we go. We have a head. Let's get the front of the body out. We have a little bit of a slug at the moment. We just need to get his limbs out and his tail out. Ah yes, it's leopard corgi creatures. Leopard corgi is in the cat and the dog, and that's all one word. Or if you put in a search for elemental cats, that might pop them up as well. This is always the tricky bit, getting the tail, because it's quite a narrow part. Ta-da! But we have him. Just get his cheek. And there we go. So I think that's a good place to call it a night. As I said, we've gone past the hour mark, and the phone battery's getting pretty low, so that says it's time to go, because you've got a pretty cheap setup when you're filming on your phone, but hey, it works. So you can see you're starting to come together. So what you need now is you're going to want some stuffing, you want some eyes and this little symbol, and of course all the little details that he's going to want to make him unique. So I'm going to leave off there. Chances are what I'll probably do is film the rest of it and put it together as a time lapse, so you can see the rest of him. But yeah, very nice to have you around. Oh, thank you for saying it was relaxing. It really is. It's nice just to sit down and put something together with everyone watching, and I always I love answering questions. If anyone has any questions, it always makes me happy. Just to talk about what I'm doing and everything. Obviously, it's not a pretty fast-paced or exciting thing, but I think there's always room. There's always room in the world for calm, relaxing things as well. Thank you very much for all coming along. I'm so glad to have you here. So glad to have this guy put together finally. So I'll see you next time. We'll probably do one next Sunday, right about the same time. I'm trying to get into a habit of it. So I'll see you then, or maybe earlier, maybe later, depending on what goes on. But again, we're trying to get into a habit of going on Sunday, 6 o'clock UK time. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll see what happens next week. Thank you all for showing up. Lovely to have you all. Lovely to talk. Lovely to just be here. Thank you so much, and bye.